morning.
Steven, we have this thing on my channel where I rap and I try and make it sound really good, but I'm white. You want to give it a shot?
No, I can't rap.
Hey guys, what is up? Back with another video. Hope every single one of you is having a great day. I'm feeling good and I'm up and out of the house early. It's only 8:30 right now. I just got done working out with one of my players. Well, not working out. I basically just rebounded for him and coached him. As a coach, if I have a player that's willing to put in the extra time, I'm going to be there to help him put in the extra time 100% of the time. So I'm more than happy to go before school. In fact, I really like it. It gets me out of the house early in the day, gets me motivated to do stuff, and it makes one of my players a better basketball player, which is always great. Look at my phone. I actually just got a comment that I get a lot, and I think I'll talk about this a little bit. Lots of you guys always comment on my videos or on Instagram or send me DMs saying what video you found my channel. Like, hey man, I've been a big fan for a long time, since 20,000 subscribers, since 50,000, since 1,000 subscribers. I found your channel through this video. And one video that lots of people actually found my channel through is the video that you're looking at right now, the biggest sneaker unboxing in YouTube history. That was an awesome video at the time. It was actually the biggest sneaker unboxing in YouTube history when I did upload it. Obviously, lots of people have surpassed it as of right now. But when I unboxed them, there was 13 amazing pairs of sneakers. I was very, very excited to open it. And that video gave me so much success for my channel. It brought in thousands of new viewers and really helped me to get to where I am today. And it's one of the best things that has ever happened to my channel, to be 100% honest. But that video was also recorded on one of the worst days of my life. Okay, how does that look? Is lighting good? So the whole story behind the worst day of my life. You guys are probably like, Ray, another clickbait video. Come on, buddy, why you gotta... No, it's not clickbait. It's not clickbait. I was sitting in my... Actually, let's go farther back. This really all starts in 11th grade in November when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and we didn't know like how bad it was at the time, but it progressively got worse and worse and worse and worse, and eventually it was very clear that she was not going to make it through it. And then beginning of April, I think April 3rd, 4th of the following year, I was in 12th grade. We had gone down to Minneapolis for like a little weekend vacation, me, my brother, and my dad, and we went down there and we, went to the Mall of America. We did some stuff downtown in Minneapolis, did whatever you can do in Minneapolis realistically. And also at the border, I picked up 13 pairs of shoes. There's a little parcel service that I ship some of my shoes to in the States. So then when we drive down there, I'll pick them up at the border. And I picked up 13 pairs of shoes. Like that, so many freaking pairs of shoes. Picked up 13 pairs. And then we started driving back home, and when we were about an hour away from Winnipeg, we got a phone call, and it was like from my mom's doctor or my mom's case manager or something like that, or maybe it was from my aunt. I'm honestly not very sure, but either way, someone phoned us and was like, where are you guys? Are you close to the city? And then my dad was like, yeah, we're an hour away from the city. And whoever was on the phone basically said, well, you should get to the hospital as soon as possible. Your mom's not doing so good. And that was a bit of a shock to hear on the phone when you were still an hour and a half away from the city. So obviously we didn't even stop at home to dump our stuff. We went straight to the hospital, and we went to go see our mom, and she was not doing so good. And then my aunt, I remember, talked to us and said that my mom wanted us to sleep overnight at the hospital. They had like a little guest room there, because they weren't sure if she was actually going to survive that night. So being 17 years old, hearing that is really, that hits home. That's a scary thing to hear, and it sort of freaks you out. And so we decided that if we were going to stay overnight, we needed to at least go home for like 20-30 minutes and go have a shower, change clothes and stuff like that, because we had been on the road all day. So that's exactly what we did. We went home, we unpacked the car, and some of the stuff I unpacked were 13 boxes of sneakers. And I unpacked those shoes, and I unpacked the shoes, and I didn't really feel like having a shower. I had half an hour to do something at home, and I was freaking out. Like, I was terrified at this point. It was really scary, and at that point in my life, I didn't feel comfortable talking about stuff like that with my friends. Like, my high school friends had no idea that my mom was sick for like the first year that she was sick, until it got really bad, and it was just clear that she was going to pass away from the illness. And then my varsity basketball coach actually told all of my friends for me instead of me. Like, they had no freaking clue, and they completely caught them by surprise. I remember he told them at the beginning of one practice, and they were all like, They had no idea because I simply hadn't told anyone. So that's the situation I was in. I didn't feel comfortable talking to any of my friends about this, and I was sitting at home alone with half an hour to kill, and the last thing I wanted to do was just sit there and freak out. So what did I do? I did something that made me calm down and made me sort of have less of a crappy time, which was pick up a camera. Now, it wasn't this camera at the time. It was a much smaller and crappier camera. I don't know where it is, except it was a tiny little point and shoot. It wasn't very good, but I put that up on my tripod. I moved all 13 of those shoe boxes or shipping boxes into my room, and I started to open them up. It was a one-take video. I sounded really depressed clearly, and it was nothing too crazy. I cut open 13 shoe boxes, talked about how much I liked them, and I tried to zone out of what was going on, and that is one of my most successful videos to this date. Not in terms of views. It's not up there among some of my most popular videos in terms of views, but in terms of what it did for the channel, it brought so many new subscribers to the channel. At a time where I had maybe 3,000 subscribers on the channel, it got thousands and thousands and thousands of views. I think in the first month, it had 30,000 views, which at that time was astronomical. And that video came from a time where I just, one of the worst days of my, actually probably the worst day of my life. I was freaking out, and I was able to sit down and talk to you guys about shoes, you know, something that doesn't really matter, a pair of shoes. It's fun, it's trivial, you can just relax and talk about shoes. And that's why when I say I appreciate you guys and I really love you guys and I consider you my family, that's why I say stuff like that, because YouTube gives me the opportunity to share with you some of my best days in the world, like going to SneakerCon, traveling places all over the world with you guys. I get to bring you with me, and it also lets me make my crappy days a little less worse because I get to turn on the camera and talk to you. My mom did end up passing away around a week and a half later. I was out of the country when that happened. That's a whole nother story. That was probably an equally difficult time when I had to decide to not be in the country when it was like clear my mom was gonna pass away. Either way, I'm gonna leave it right there. That's what I love about this platform though. It lets me talk to you guys about anything I want to basically, and you guys can watch, you can interact with me, and when I say I appreciate you, I really do mean it. On a much lighter note, I just found like $4.50 in loose change in a backpack that I haven't used in like 3 years. If that's not cause to call it a good day, I don't know what is. And seeing as how it's Wednesday, I think there's realistically only one way to spend that money.
Nice ride. You got such a bad side.
What's up, Jazzy?
Hey.
How you doing?
I walked outside and I was like, wow, I'm seeing daylight for like.
You've just been gaming it up for
Yeah, I was just it's like.
He needs help. Jazz lost his college basketball finals game, what, 3 weeks ago? And you're still salty about it?
Yes.
Wow. You need to get over it, bud.
People keep bringing it up, man.
You need to get over it.
They're like.
It was a huge upset though. Like, your team was 10 times better. And there was like 2 seconds left. Some dude on Springfield steals the ball from him and then drains a 3/4 court shot in his face.
I remember that.
Hi, Jazz.
I will see you soon.
You gonna be at our finals Friday, 8 o'clock at Murdoch McKay?
Tall ass Indian guy in the crowd. You'll see me.
Friday, 8 o'clock at Murdoch McKay.
Be there.
Okay, plans for the rest of the day. We have our last basketball practice of the season today. That is insane. But more importantly, before our last basketball practice of the season, the teams that we will potentially play in the finals, if we win our semifinals games, are playing before our practice. So me and Rich are gonna go scout that out a little bit, but first that means I need to go pick up Rich.
Favorite rapper. Yes, sir. Amen.
So the teams that we're going to watch play, the first team, the better of the 2 teams, we have beat by 16 points the first time we played them, 11 points the second time we played them, and then the lesser of the 2 teams, this is actually the strange part. First time we played them, we beat them by 23. The second time we played them, we were missing our best player and we had one of the worst shooting games of all time. We scored 39 points the entire game, and we ended up losing by 4. We lost 43-39. So the interesting part now is that I would rather play the better of the two teams because we've won both times. It's a more fun atmosphere. They bring better fans, right?
Yes.
They bring way better fans.
All right. Let's just say we don't report to the office. 3 points. Wow. That's game, ladies and gentlemen. That's game. Assuming we win our semifinals, we're playing TCI in the finals. Friday at 8 at Murdoch. Now it's time for practice.
Follow my Instagram. Follow my Twitter.
There we go. Good job, buddy. Steven, you have literally 0 points. This is what we do what are we doing for the last basketball practice of the season?
Fucking around.
We're playing a soccer penalty shootout. That's what we're doing. Timmy's the best goalkeeper alive.